Throughout human history, certain events have been so horrific, so shattering, that they've left the world shaken to its core. Today, we'll relive 10 of the most terrifying moments in history, moments that changed lives forever, altered landscapes, and haunt us to this very day. Brace yourself, as this journey will take you deep into some of the darkest events humanity has ever faced. It was the year 1986 when the quiet town of Chernobyl in Ukraine was jolted awake by a catastrophic explosion at its nuclear power plant. A powerful reactor blew apart, releasing a cloud of deadly radiation into the atmosphere. Thousands of lives were affected, as people who called Chernobyl home suddenly found themselves forced to flee, leaving their pasts, memories, and possessions behind. The radiation spread, seeping into the soil and water, making the area inhabitable for centuries to come. Today, Chernobyl is an eerie ghost town, silent, empty, yet radiating danger with every breath of air. Imagine a plague so deadly that it swept across an entire continent, snuffing out nearly a third of its people. Between 1347 and 1351, the Black Death, also known as the bubonic plague, tore through Europe like a wildfire. Cities once filled with life and laughter became places of death, with the streets piled high with the bodies of loved ones and strangers alike. People lived in constant dread, hiding in their homes, afraid that even a single cough could spell their doom. The Black Plague was a silent killer, claiming millions and reshaping Europe forever, a grim reminder of the fragility of human life. Fast forward to the 1940s, and we find ourselves in the dark era of Nazi Germany, where unimaginable horrors unfolded in the name of hatred and power. Concentration camps were established as centers of torment, where millions of innocent people, mostly Jews, were tortured, starved, and systematically killed. The Holocaust remains one of history's darkest stains, a period that showcased the chilling depths of human cruelty. Survivors carry with them haunting memories, and these camps, now memorial sites, stand as a stark reminder of how easily humanity can lose its way. August 1945, the world held its breath as a new kind of weapon was unleashed. The U.S. dropped 2 atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In an instant, both cities were turned into blazing infernos. Over 200,000 people lost their lives, many vaporized in the blink of an eye, leaving shadows scorched into concrete where they once stood. For years afterward, survivors faced the agonizing effects of radiation. The atomic bombings were a harsh lesson on the destructiveness of nuclear power, a chilling display of mankind's capacity to wield unimaginable force. The 19th century brought its own horrors in the form of the Taiping Rebellion in China, one of the deadliest civil wars in history, sparked by a mix of religious beliefs, political tension, and desperate poverty. This rebellion claimed the lives of over 20 million people. Cities were burned, families torn apart, and entire regions left in ruins. The conflict not only changed China but served as a testament to the destruction that internal divisions can bring upon a nation. It was 1912 when the RMS Titanic set sail on its maiden voyage. Touted as unsinkable, this luxury liner became the very symbol of human pride and ingenuity. But that confidence met a tragic end when the Titanic struck an iceberg and sank beneath the freezing Atlantic waters. More than 1,500 passengers and crew lost their lives, and the world watched in horror as news of the disaster spread. The Titanic tragedy revealed our vulnerability, even in the face of our own technological advancements, and it forever changed the world of sea travel. On September 11, 2001, the world witnessed an act of terror that shook nations to their core. Hijacked planes were crashed into New York City's World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and a Pennsylvania field. Nearly 3,000 lives were lost in mere moments, and the world as we knew it was changed forever. The 9/11 attacks marked the beginning of a new era of global fear, security measures, and an unending fight against terrorism. For those who watched the towers fall, the memory remains seared in their minds. In 1995, Bosnia's Srebrenica massacre became one of modern history's most horrifying genocides. Thousands of Bosnian Muslims were massacred in cold blood, their only crime being who they were. The massacre was a terrifying reminder of how, in moments of war, humanity's darkest instincts can emerge. For many, Srebrenica stands as a scar on the conscience of the world, a lesson in the importance of peace and tolerance. On December 26, 2004, the earth shook beneath the Indian Ocean, setting off a tsunami that would claim over 230,000 lives. The massive waves crashed into Indonesia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, and India, wiping out entire villages and leaving devastation in their wake. Families were separated, homes reduced to rubble, and the survivors left to rebuild from nothing. The tsunami's destruction was a grim reminder of nature's immense power, one that humbled even the most advanced societies. Finally, we come to the COVID-19 pandemic, a global event that has impacted every one of us. Beginning in 2019, this virus swept across continents, shutting down cities, closing borders, and claiming millions of lives. The pandemic showed us just how connected we are, as every part of the world felt its impact. It changed how we live, work, and interact with each other. And for many, the scars of lost loved ones and lost opportunities will never fade. Each of these events is a grim reminder of life's fragility. Through war, natural disaster, and human cruelty, these tragedies have reshaped our world and taught us the importance of compassion, resilience, and remembrance. Let us carry these lessons with us, to honor those who suffered, and strive to build a world where such horrors are nothing more than a distant memory.